Oh man, we're finally getting a train heist in the Survival of the Fittest verse? Well, shit, they may need Arthur Morgan for this motherfucker.
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host here doing reviews, and today I'm back for another video for the Road Rats. This one's going to be doing my next review for the final half of the Road Rats. This one is for Season 3, Episode 8, titled Railway Through Hell.
Alright guys, this one's going to be doing another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video for the Road Rats. This one we're going to be doing another video. This was my second review for the final half of Road Rats. This one is for episode 8, titled Railway to Hell. So, Railway Through Hell, I think it's called, this one. And, well, the main premise of this episode for our second episode back for the final half is, well, let's put it simply. There is a train. I know that's the way that Matt kind of put it. I remember before I was watching this, he was just like, there is a train this episode. That's all we know, you know? And there is, in fact, a train, and it's damn awesome. It's my favorite element of this episode. Basically, you have the continuation of what happened with the labor camp the last episode, where you have, our characters that are kind of captured, like Porkchop and the rest of them, right? And they're inside of this train, and you've got Edgar that's kind of like still the main villain. Cypher in this episode actually isn't even present until like the very end. It's all about Edgar. It's all about what he's doing and stuff like that with his prisoners, and it's pretty brutal. Because one of our characters, one of our more background characters of the show, he ends up getting his tongue cut out by Edgar so that Edgar can, make sure that he doesn't talk, which I thought was really, really intense. And we find out later, which was a really interesting twist, that apparently the guy that got his tongue cut out, that was part of our crew initially, one of our, background characters, he was actually the inside man that ended up giving information to the dragons later on, which therefore kind of leads to the ending. So, yeah, he was a rat, but I actually like how, you actually feel bad for this guy at first, and then you find out, no, this guy's a snake, so thought that was really good as well, too. But basically, a lot of this episode focuses on our characters kind of, trying to take down this train and trying to, obviously get Porkchop back and, trying to, kind of overthrow this whole thing. And it was really well planned out, and it was very well mapped out, as a matter of fact. I really liked the way it was done. And it was really exciting to kind of get to see, a lot of really cool soundtracks. You got them on the bikes. You've got, Carly, you know what I'm saying, with one of my favorite outfits, with the bandana and the leather jacket, and she's ready to go, you know what I'm saying. You got Dax, he's on his bike, he's doing his thing. They take down the conductor of the train, of course, and then they, try to stop it as best as they possibly can. But it's a really intense scene, and it's by far my favorite scene of this episode. I really like it. The soundtrack is really good, and I like that they actually managed to, in this episode, take down Edgar. I really like that. It's really to the point. It's really, kind of out of nowhere, but I like it. You've got Jem, you've got Carly. They stand there, tag team, and they fucking murder his ass. I mean, honestly, it's really badass. But I like it. It's really good, and it has a really kind of cool, to the point vibe to it, and overall getting to see a train heist in Survival of the Fittest verse is not something I thought we would see, but I really enjoyed seeing it. It was really good. Well, basically, in terms of, some of the rest of the stuff, they end up going back home, and you do get a few minor casualties, but nothing too major. It's pretty simple. But it was really good. I really liked it. Now, on the contrary to this, we have a plot with the surgeon. Now, this one's a little bit less interesting to me, I gotta be honest. Every time I kind of cut to this plot, I was kind of like, all right, can we kind of just get back to Dax? And I hate to say it. I like the A plot of this episode a lot. I'm not so crazy about the B plot, I gotta be real. I like the flashbacks, don't get me wrong, with the one dude from the Shadow Company, and you kind of get to see what they went through, a long time ago, in this, military type environment. You kind of get to see a little bit of them. We find out that the surgeon kind of left this guy behind at one point, and then we kind of see why this guy's angry at him and stuff like that. And to be honest, as much as I enjoyed the flashbacks, I just did not find this plot gripping. I really didn't. I didn't think that it was a good time to do a flashback like this at this point in the season. You know what I'm saying? And it felt very disjointed. We have 4 episodes left. Get that straight. We got 4 episodes left. we really shouldn't be doing big flashback episodes at this point. We really shouldn't. Like, in the final half of the show, we should be getting to the point. And that's what I was really enjoying about the Edgar story. And that's what I was really enjoying about the, labor camp, is that we were getting right to it. Like, Cypher was right in there. We had his motives straight with the flashbacks, episode 7. It was going really cool. And, I still really enjoy that stuff. But this episode, I feel like, was kind of dragged down by this plot. Like, you've got the Shadow Company that kind of comes in there, and they're like, oh, yeah, let's get I want you to give us the eye, Somehow now Surgeon's betraying Cypher. That just came out of fucking nowhere. But somehow now Surgeon's, like, betraying Cypher, and he's trying to go up against him and shit like that. And it was really weird because all of a sudden you get this reveal in this episode that Shadow Company is now apparently the creator of the eye that Cypher got in episode 3, which I actually like that Cypher got that in episode 3 because that was like kind of like his thing, you know what I'm saying? Like that was like his, not his creation, but, he found it himself, And now to tie this into the Shadow Company, and now they're the ones responsible for the eye, and they created it themselves and shit like that. Very just like random twist to do. It just didn't work for me. It felt very odd to have a storyline like that randomly. And again, I liked the flashbacks that we got between Surgeon and this guy. I thought they were cool. And again, the shootouts were good and all that stuff. But it just like, I was like, man, like, can we get to something else? Like, seriously, like, I don't know, man. Like, and maybe it's me being overly critical. That's always possible. But for me, for a final half season, give me more stuff like episode 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, where it's like right at the Cypher conflict, immediately just right to it. You've got Edgar, who's like a really cool like side villain. You got this labor camp going on. Don't give me this fucking like Shadow Company coming in here. Oh, we actually were the ones that created the eye when there's like fucking 4 episodes left. Like, I don't know. Like, I gotta be honest. It took me out of this episode a little bit, but it's not a horrible plot. It's not the greatest plot. I'll put it that way. But let's talk about the ending of the episode, because this was really fucking crazy. So the ending of the episode took me by major surprise. The guy that got his tongue cut out earlier in the episode, that was one of our guys, and we kind of like felt bad for him and shit. We actually have a twist in this one that when Cypher shows up, which Cypher shows up at the community at the very end, he points a gun towards Jem, he holds Jem hostage, and he basically tells Dax to like meet him at a certain place. He rounds up all the road rats together, and at the very end of the episode, we get information from Cypher that apparently the guy that was getting his tongue cut out, he was actually the rat that he placed in there, to, kind of get information on the road rats and to kind of like, scope them out and stuff like that, So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm not exactly sure how Cypher knew where to place this guy and where to make this guy kind of show up, but, I'm going to let it pass because I still enjoyed the twist, and I thought the twist was really good. But the episode kind of ends on a major cliffhanger where you have our characters that are kind of, all kind of lined up together. And Dax now has a choice to make. He has to either kill Jem, his own daughter, or kill all the people behind him. And there's a limited amount of time. Dax has a few minutes to process it, and that's where the episode ends. We have no idea where it goes next. So, that's really dope. I like that cliffhanger a lot. That's really, really good. But yeah, so this episode, I liked it, didn't love it, but I liked it. It had some good things, and particularly the train heist, I think is one of the best things to come out of this season, to be honest. I think that was really good. The plot with Surgeon, couldn't care less about it, I gotta be honest, but it was there. Just not really into the supernatural type of element. I gotta be real with you too. That's kind of half the reason, guys, why I didn't review 3A, because of all the supernatural shit going on. I just don't care for it. If you're giving me a biker show, don't give me this fucking eye stuff and this guy that can control people and shit like that. It doesn't work. Okay, let's put it that way. But I will say this. This episode was really good, and I liked episode 7. 7's my favorite. This episode is really good as well. I would probably give this episode an 8 out of 10, you know what I'm saying? Just because I was a little bored with the Surgeon stuff, but the rest was really good. Like, the rest was really, really good. So, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. 4 episodes remaining. What will Dax do coming up next week? I'm really excited to find out. Will he kill Jem? Will he kill his group? Or my theory is, which I'll kind of add this at the very end, I think next week Dak's going to kill himself, to be honest. And that's going to be fucked up if we get that. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think Dax is going to kill himself? Do you think that's where the story's going? Or do you think that, no, he's going to kill either his people or Jem? let me know. So, let me know your thoughts, post comments down below, and if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click to subscribe and tune in to any of the videos for the Road Rats. Make sure to follow me at Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys very soon for more videos for the Road Rats. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.